I decided to become a cartoonist about the age of 5 when I first saw comic strips in full color. I scrounged around and did freelance work for advertising agencies and did greeting cards and things like that. Finally got a job ghosting a comic strip called Smokey Stover for comic books. And that started my career. And I'd gotten this offer to add Popeye. They needed a Popeye real fast because the fellow that was doing it at the time was very ill. I did a 1 page, they liked it, and then asked me to continue. And I got a call, and the woman said, "Hi," and I said, "Yes." And she said, "I can't believe it." She says, "I was able to get on the computer and find you." So it turned out to be Florence. We got married in 2004. And the wedding was in the backyard. The wedding cake had Popeye on it. And it was fairy tale existence, it really was. She worked here, I worked upstairs. I was back where I was. She went through a number of cancers. By then I learned about Valley Hospice. And they sent over Bonnie Schneider.
Florence had been sick for a while, but her illness was progressing rapidly, and the changes that she was experiencing were extremely distressing to her husband. And so they weren't really communicating. They were really moving further and further away from one another, where they were really yearning to be closer because they were both very afraid of what was happening. So when I came in, I identified, what was happening between the two of them, and tried to facilitate a little better communication so that I could bring them a little bit closer together.
Bonnie recently asked me, can I remember the good parts, or do I still remember that bad part, and I still remember her role. That's really part of why I keep going back. Hospice helped create a bond between us again, which was probably the best thing that happened.
We offer bereavement support for newly bereaved, and that's called New Start, and it's run by our chaplains and our social workers. We also run Pathways, and Pathways is ongoing, and it's year-round. They really find comfort in knowing that there are other people out there who are also experiencing those same feelings.
I walk out of there many times saying, I really don't need this anymore. And there's a 2-week interval between us. By the time this comes up again, I can't wait.